Hi, I am Dr. Selvakumar, Head PG and Research Department of Commerce, Ayyanadar Janahimal College, Sivakasi. I welcome all of you for this video lecture on the techniques of the inventory management. In this lecture, we are going to discuss on the ABC analysis, JIT analysis, FSN analysis, just in time, and flexible manufacturing system. All these are the various techniques available for the inventory management in the business firms. First one we are going to discuss is the ABC analysis. It is one of the most important and applicable inventory management technique in the manufacturing firms. Under this analysis, the inventories are categorized into three groups named as Group A, Group B and Group C. The Group A category of materials have a higher value of goods possessing a minimum quantity, and Group B has the value lower than A, and Group C has the lowest value. The ABC stands for always better control. It is a type of the inventory categorization methods. By making categorization of the inventory, here we make to impose a typical control on the material. Generally, a equal way of controlling techniques is not applicable to all types of materials. Therefore, to find the valuable group of materials to impose a stringent control on that group, we are using the ABC analysis. Okay, next we are going to discuss on the ABC chart. This is a chart explaining the categorization of the goods, the materials under ABC method. Here the x-axis is a cumulative percentage of inventory items, and the y-axis is a cumulative percentage of the total cost. Okay, here the Group A, in this chart, the category of Group A materials having the quantity from 3.4% to 27.6%, it is around 24%. That 24% of the cost having around the value of 40% of the total cost. The Group B, it is around only 13% of, that is a 14% of the total quantity, having only the 20% of the cost. And where in Group C they have more than 60% of the total quantity having only 20% of the total cost. The examples of the ABC class are category A items, generally having a 20% of items accounts for 70% of the annual consumption value of the items. That means that the 20% of the quantity having a 70% of annual consumption value. For the B item, it accounts for only 30% of quantity and having a 25% of the annual consumption values. And for C items, it occupies 50% of the total quantity, having only 5% of the annual consumption value. If you categorize like this, we can know that the quantity or the items having a greater value and at the same time having a lesser quantity. Then advantages of the ABC analysis. It ensures the closure and a more strict control over such items which are having a sizable investment in there. It releases the working capital which would otherwise have been locked up for a more profitable channel of the investment. It reduces the inventory carrying cost. It enables the relaxation of control for C items. It enables the maintenance of high inventory turnover rate. The disadvantages of the ABC analysis. The ABC analysis needs the proper standardization and codification of inventory for all items of materials. It considers only money value of item and neglects the importance of the item for the production process. Sometimes the product which is very important for the production process having a lesser value, we should place that item in the category C as per ABC analysis. That is a greater disadvantages of the ABC analysis. Periodic review becomes difficult. Sometimes it is obligatory to concentrate on C items more than the purpose of the ABC analysis is defeated. Next we are going to discuss on the wet analysis. This is also another categorization technique of the materials. Under this method, the materials are grouped as vital, essential and desirable. On the basis of the criticality of the materials, here we grouped the materials and imposed the control on the materials accordingly. Here the wet stands for vital, essential and desirable. Then next one analysis is the SET analysis. Here SET The criterion for this analysis is the availability of the material in the market. Some industries, they should make their inventory management techniques on the basis of the availability of the materials. Some materials are available in the local market, and even that materials are available in local market, they are very scarce, and some things are only available from the foreign countries. Okay, therefore, on the basis of the availability, here the materials are categorized. According to this group, the materials are grouped as S, E, D. Here S refers to scarce item. That is the first letter of the scarce. Here is denoted as S. Items which are short supply, and usually these are raw materials, spare parts, and imported items. And the next one is the E. That refers to items which are easily available in the local market. And D stands for the difficult. Okay, that's our difficult items. That items are not readily available in the local market and have to be procured from faraway places, maybe from the home country or from the foreign countries. You have to spend some time to procure that materials. Therefore, on the basis of scarce, then easy and difficult, here the materials are grouped, and we plan our inventory procurement and control. The next one is FSN analysis. Here the items are classified into on the basis of the movement of the goods, that is fast moving, slow moving, and non-moving. In factory, some materials are used frequently and some things are used in very rare cases, and some materials are non-moving. It may be used once in a year or once in a few years. Therefore, the procurement of materials should be on the basis of the movement of the goods. Therefore, the FSN analysis suggests to categorize the material on the basis of its movability. Okay. If you apply this FSN analysis, then we can make more concentration on the fast moving goods and take steps to purchase the fast moving goods, and lesser importance are given to slow moving goods, and we can avoid the purchase or investment of our capital in non-moving goods. This is a comparison table of the various inventory management techniques which are based on the categorization of the materials. Okay, here we have the 8 different methods. All are applying the inventory management by grouping the materials. In ABC analysis, here the materials are grouped as A, B and C on the basis of the annual usage value. Here the more importance are given to group A materials, which have a greater percentage of values of the total consumptions. And second one is the HML analysis, that is a high, medium, low. Okay, here the materials are grouped as a high, medium, low, and here the importance are given to the unit price. Okay, here we are given more importance or concentration to the materials which have a high material price irrespective of the consumptions. Okay, here we given the importance to the materials which have a high unit price. And WET analysis, vital, essential and desirable. Okay, here the categorization is based on the criticality of the items, that is the importance of that materials to the production process. Then SED, it's otherwise called as SDE, that is a scarce, difficult and essential. Okay, this is based on the procurement difficulties. If you get the product, okay, it's very easy, okay, then you don't bother about to procure that materials. That materials are easily available in our local market, then you can purchase whenever you need that product for your production process. Therefore, you have to give more importance to scarce and difficult items, and you have to make your own methodology to procure that materials. Golf, government, ordinary, local and foreign. Okay, here the materials are categorized on the basis of the sources of procurement, from where we are purchasing that materials, who are the suppliers. Okay, for the different suppliers, here we have to follow different methodology. That is why to apply the differential inventory management techniques to the materials on the basis of the sources of procurement, the goal suggests categorizations of the materials on the basis of the sources of procurement. And SOS, that's called as seasonal, the off-seasonal. Okay, here the materials are categorized on the basis of the seasonality. Some products are available in the market only on the seasonal periods. Okay, therefore on the basis of the seasonality, it suggests to categorized on seasonality. And next one is FSN, fast, slow and non-moving. Okay, on the basis of the movement of the goods, the usage of the goods to the production process, here the materials are categorized. And XYZ, here the materials are grouped on the basis of the investment in the inventory. If you have invest more money in that particular group of inventory, that inventories are categorized as X, and then Y group of materials are categorized that materials have a lesser value than the X, and Z's are the lowest of the materials. Okay, these are all the various inventory management techniques. Okay, by applying one or more of these techniques, okay, we can manage our inventory in an efficient way. Next, we are going to discuss the one more important inventory management technique, that is just in time. This technique suggests to avoid the purchase and store of the inventories well in advance, and it suggests to make the purchase of the product whenever you need that material for your production process. That is, here you can purchase that material just in time. The just in time technique is developed by Taichi Ugno of Japan and applied in Toyota manufacturing plant in order to meet the consumer demands with the minimum delays. The purpose of the technique is to reduce the investment in the inventory. Nowadays we are in the information technology era. We have so many advanced communication methodology, and in the global technological era, you can purchase whatever may be you needed for your production process with a limited short span of time. Therefore, to take the advantages of these technological globalized situations, we can adopt the just in time in the purchase and manufacturing processes. The just in time inventory is a strategy to increase the efficiency and decrease the waste. The technique suggests the purchase of materials when you need that material, and it suggests to avoid to keep the material in stores. Therefore, by avoiding keep the materials in stores, we can reduce the wastages. Then the increase efficiency and decrease waste by receiving goods only as they are needed. That is the main concept suggested by the just in time, and thereby reducing the inventory cost. Under this technique, if you adopt this technique in your business firm, you can reduce your working capital money, and we can spend or invest that money in some other productive purposes. The pros and cons of the JIT. First, we are discussing on the pros. There is a just leads lower inventory holding cost, because here we are not keeping the materials needed for the production in the stores. We just purchase that material whenever we need that for our production. We directly get the material from the supplier to the factory. Therefore, here we need a very lower inventory holding cost, and the JIT improves the cash flows, because nothing is invested in inventory. Therefore, it improves the cash flows, and less dead stocks. Here there is no concept of the dead stocks, because here we purchase the material only where we need that. Okay, therefore there is no dead stocks in the business firms. Then cons: the problems with the order fulfillment. Whatever may be the technology we have, we won't depend on that technology as 100%, because they are technology. It has its own limitations. Therefore, we face some difficulties or problems in the order fulfillment. It seriously affects our production functions. Then little room for errors. Okay, there is no time to rectify our errors in the just in time, because here we only have the materials what we need. Therefore, if you find any difficulties or you need one more materials, then again you go for the order placement for the new materials. And the third disadvantages is price shocks. If you purchase the materials in the last minutes of your production functions, then you can't take the price advantages. Okay, therefore to take a price advantages, definitely you go with some other techniques. The JIT is not suitable for the price advantages. The next system we are going to discuss is the flexible manufacturing system. Under this system, here we are not keeping the material in advance, and we have the manufacturing system as a flexible one according to our order or specifications of the customers. Here we change our production systems. Therefore, under this system, first we receive the order and produce the products accordingly. Okay, therefore, the flexible manufacturing system is a production method that is designed to easily adapt the changes in the type and the quantity of the products being manufactured. The machines and computerized systems can be configured to manufacture a variety of parts and handle changing levels of the productions. Nowadays, most of the business concerns are adopting the flexible manufacturing system, but I can't say that this system is suitable for all type of products or goods or all industries. Some industries, they do the production on the basis of the customer specifications. For that industries, that system is very suitable. This system have some advantages. Okay, they are the FMS allows the customers to customize the product. Okay, it permits the customer to give their view on the productions, and it enhances the production efficiency, because here we design the product according to the specification of the customers. Downtime is reduced. Here we change our system, manufacturing system, on the basis of the customer's need and on the basis of the order received for the productions. Therefore, the downtime is very low here. Reduces the labor cost. Okay, there is no idle labor times. Okay, there is no waiting time for the production. Okay, therefore it reduces the labor cost. It also having some disadvantages. The system have a higher upfront cost, because for every time we change our production system, that needs that attracts some cost. Greater time required to design the system specifications. Okay, for every productions, for every specifications of customer, we have to spend to change our manufacturing system. Therefore it needs the greater time to design our the system specifications. And the flexible manufacturing system not permits to produce advance and wait for the customers. Here the products are produced only on the specifications of the customer. Therefore the products are not available for reduce. And here we are waiting for the customer for the productions. Order first, production next. Therefore here we are waiting for customer to produce the products. Thanks a lot for your listening. If you have any questions, you can find me at my email, that is Selvakumar@gmail.com. Thank you once again.